Howdy. It's Tuesday once again. How's everyone doing? That good, huh? Let's transfer PAL. So yeah, I haven't decided what I'm doing today. I was screwing around with this for a moment, but it doesn't like me. That could be the problem. No, that's not the problem. Let's try this one. I was running through a tutorial and I'm hoping I didn't do something stupid and break some stuff. Wouldn't be unheard of. It happens. That's why the whole thing is considered quote-unquote dev. I mean, my primary services are up, but my port forwarding has been acting wonky. And it all started because I wanted to check out the ant farm. Let's try this again. So if I go to my services, if I forward you, we'll just do random. Why does that one forward but the other one doesn't? That's okay. We're just gonna try. And 44077. I don't remember if we have. Did we set a password? Let's look. I think we did. I mean, it's just base 64, so it's not magic. Or maybe we didn't. Why can I not edit this? Localhost 44077. Let's do no password. Right. Well, let's go in here and we're gonna go. Actually, no, let's start here. So what I installed was Linkerd. That's a network operator, and Linkerd Viz. So I guess what I'm doing now is I'm getting rid of that. So we've got and a heartbeat. Let me just make sure it didn't do it using Helm. I don't think it did. Nope. Okay, so it's just a deployment. Easy enough. Just gonna run down the line. If I need to install it again, I can install it again. Then we're gonna have to go to Viz. You know what? I think in the command line I can just specifically select the namespace and delete everything in it. It's probably easier, but that's just not what I'm feeling like today. All right, config maps. We can trash can you. Secrets. We can trash can. Actually, let's look at that. Now that I'm thinking about it. Resources were provided, but no name was specified. So if I do that's kind of funny. Let's see. I feel like I've done this before, and now I'm curious. Let's see. What do you think? Delete all dash all. I thought dash dash all. Hang on. I don't think that's right. Is that because linkerd? No, it's still an unknown flag. Okay. All does not refer to every object. Oh yeah, of course. When all else fails, the answer is probably said. Okay, that's opposite. That is a nuclear bomb. That's true. I could just inject labels on everything, but I don't want to deal with that. I like the idea of outputting YAML, and then I could just delete the file, right? Like that. This will be fine, right? then I can just do the same thing there. I do believe that that's going to leave the CRDs, which I think is our actual real problem, but that's all right. Let's go take care of those real quick. Yeah. We can just get rid of that. Anything else? Oh, there we go. See if that's empty or not. Just make sure I don't have anything hanging around while that's loading. I definitely have to clean up this madness. I mean, at the end of the day, that's a security nightmare. Having all of these things just hanging out here, like, sure, they're empty. I guess they're empty, right? Goodbye. Yes, these are all the stuff that got created recently. D-viz. All right, that's going to be it. I hope. We shall see, right? Okay. So now let's look at, well, let's just do the easy thing first. Oh, the namespace. Let's get rid of the namespace. L. L is the letter we're worried about. That'll let us know if we forgot anything. That's taking a while, so I'm gonna guess we did forget something. Right? Well, that's something to investigate. Stop it. Guess I could have just deleted everything with that label, huh? C'est la vie. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Linkerd biz. Okay, no services, no endpoints, no ingresses. Ingress classes aren't namespaced. No network policies. And just support forwarding. And now we try again. No. Let's do, I guess we just do curl. Couldn't connect the server. I am kind of tired of doing this port forwarding stupidness, not gonna lie. So I might not mind. 25 and 26 instead. Just giving it an IP, but that's fixing a screw. That's fixing a stripped screw with a hammer. Will it probably do the job? Sure, why not? Alright, all we want to do is see if we can't get some information about why. So where do you go? You go to the proxy. Failed to watch. TLS handshake and no route to host. Okay. So let's do this for the sake of argument. Here in our README. Let's do this guy. Come on. I mean, that's the major change that we made, right? We created all these firewall rules, so let's get rid of them real quick. Good thing is it's all scripted, so we can put them right back. Uh-oh, why is primary taking so long? Oh, and why do I have it updating packages? I don't want it to update packages if I'm just turning off the firewall. Oh, because I ran that. I set that as always. My own fault. Disable firewall. Change. Okay. Let's take a look. Back to scripts. I mean, that would be kind of funny if I'm just fighting myself on IP tables. And it is something I was kind of concerned about when I stepped out into this, because technically IP tables isn't installed, but UFW has it's weird the way that is laid out. I went over it in one of the previous ones, but it appears as though UFW is supposed to be a front end for one thing, but it's acting as a front end for another thing that is acting as a front end for IP tables. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now, but it's the way that the firewall has been decided to be used in base Debian is frustrating to me right now. And it's possible it's frustrating to Kubernetes as well. Anyway, what we were doing is finding out if that was true. So we're just going to delete you real quick. Go back here. We'll say you're 4.4. It was 4.4, right? 44077. And go. Well, now this is failing. That's interesting. Well, I wouldn't say failing. Taking a long time. Alright, but still telling me refuse to connect. Same deal. Now, for the sake of argument, let's start you. Oh, interesting. It just worked that time, but it didn't give me... Oh, it's saying site can't be reached. So there is something to this whole firewall blocking stuff rule. Because of course there is. Where am I looking? Oh yeah, network. We want forwarding. Both there, both active. All right. And both are saying that there's nothing there. Just leading me to believe that maybe it's having an issue. Yep. Okay, so at some point it probably restarted, which means it's not a very good ant farm if everything dies and then I have to replant life. That's unfortunate. Oh, and it's probably my fault. I probably drained. It was probably on Dev Mini 3, and when I drained it, it moved over to Dev Mini 2. And because of the nature of this container, it needs a few commands to restart. This is what happens when you do lift and shift. So our ant farm is dead. At least we know. But it is interesting that the firewall, while running, boom, 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 stopped this one, and it would fail, but this one would succeed. Not making a whole ton of sense there. But I am going to scale this down since not doing me any good being an ant farm. Worst ant farm ever. And that puts everything in here as dead. Okay, so we don't have anything under dev services anymore. But now I want to figure out why with the firewall running can I not do port forwarding sometimes. And I'm not getting any logging as to why I can't. Let's delete these. So I've got 10.2s. And those should be fine. My cluster IPs technically should be unrelated because it all ends up going over. That's where I should be looking. All right. It ends up going over Calico. So I should be looking at the Calico logs, not the Kubi proxy. This one, I know, it's because of where it is. It is funny though, these think they're running. This machine's not running. Alright, so we have a controller, and then the rest are nodes, Typha, and then the driver. Okay, we're gonna look at you. What you'll do? Wow, that is a lot of error. Receive bad status code from API server. But this right now is all old. Let's reset the firewall now. So now we're turning the firewall back on. We're resetting all of our rules. While that's happening, I can do it on this one. We can start our log watcher. Now, one thing, this is something I would like to converge. And there has to be, I mean, Kubernetes has to have the opportunity to, I've got to be able to put it all into one of the existing logging things. And that's the technical term, things, in case you're curious. I turn left and I disappear. When does it happen? That's kind of funny. Dev mini 1. And I'm just going to copy and paste this because I'm lazy. Lazy to do it. Maybe I can't type my password either. Dev mini 2. And dev mini 3. Sudo. Alright, so this is all stuff that's happening while I'm resetting stuff, right? Could not invalidate inode. That's an interesting one, but that could also be the same thing. That could, that probably is. Holy cow. I was watching, jumping back and forth between a couple of other streamers today, and everybody seems to be yawning and tired, and now I am too, and I blame them. Who was it I was watching? Seto, I think. Setolix. Yeah, Setolix. Where are we? There we are. Alright, so now we've got a little bit of time. So anything we see across here is going to be new. I wish this had timestamps. That would be nice, huh? Alright, now... we don't have anything new here. Maybe that's good, maybe not. Let's put all these away for a moment. Let's see if we have anything in here. Failed to get logs. Reason undefined. No route to host. Okay. 10. Alright, did that get blocked? Nope. 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 And nope. Alright, so that's if the firewall's blocking it for some reason, it's not logging it, which doesn't seem like the right answer. But that's looking for 10.2.100.16, which is one of my ranges here, but it's not Calico. .100.16. That's a node IP. Is it this one? I bet it's that one. .16. Okay. So don't care. But that's weird that that's the only... There we go. Watch error from upstream. Error too old resource. It seems like that's just cache. Configured lower limit K8 poll. I don't like that it says error. Full resync is required. Let's see what that's got to say, huh? That's not the one I want. That's the one I want. Oh, let's copy this and throw it in the notes, because it is useful. But now I have to copy this again. Broken setup, huh? You know what I haven't done in a long time And this could break everything again, which, you know, big fans. Did I think I installed Calico properly, not, yeah. So let me go to my deployments. Let me go to, not cert manager. Calico system. So these controllers, if I want to edit you, let's take a look at what container they're running. So they're running Kuba controllers. And what's the upgrade process here? Wait a minute. I was like, is that even going to work? I didn't think so. We need to go to hub dot. What? hub.docker.com. Fine. Not Rancher. I want actual Calico. Oh, there we go. Buy Calico. Calico Kuba controllers. That's the one we're after. Three 3.29, 3.26. Now, is it worth updating? That, I suppose, is the question, huh? I mean, do you update your way out of something that's broken? Upgrading installation that uses the operator. Calico for policy and network. Calico for policy. I think I did network because I know I'm not using flannel. Let's see what this looks like. -O, wait. Okay, so it's having me copy it to a file. I can do that. Do I have, I do not have my current Kubernetes file structure here. Let's go grab that. The question, yeah, that's 2 months old at this point, and that's terrible. But it has Calico. Okay. Wow, that was super useful, me. Okay, so this was just me doing the same thing. I was just copying everything out. But anyway, the point is I want to clone this down. All right. And I should probably be opening this up in code as well, just so that I'm not using nano as much as I prefer using nano. Weird, it's still when I look left, I disappear. Let's try this. See if that does anything for us. Just scooch me over a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. All right. So let's, no, we don't want to use get for, name is, in this case, I need to go back one. So there are two namespaces. And I'm trying to keep my folder structure to the namespaces. So we want Calico system. Check out. Upgrade Calico. All right. Now we want to get namespace, Calico system, all. Make sure this gets us something that we're thinking about. It's going to be a whole lot of stuff. So instead of all, we're going to break it up this way. Replica set we don't really care about, but the deployments, we'll start with this guy. $25 days. Yeah, I think as long as I focus on the controller, that's going to start taking care of everything else. Yeah, there we go. This is we'll have that, and then we want to grab this guy as well. And now let's open this properly. We need to open a folder. Projects. Open the whole mess. All right, we want to open both this and this. a lot of this is going to be just some cleaning up, but let's see what the upgrade wants to have happen. So it does the policy, changes a few templates around, or make sure that they're there, I guess I should say. So this has typhoid disabled. I am currently using... Am I currently using it? It'd be hilarious if I have it installed and I'm just not even using it. Let's go to the config map. I'm going to start. That's it. Okay. Allow IP forwarding is set to false. That's weird. .9.6, that's the internal. I wonder if I should resolve that too. Yeah, that's really bothering me. The API root. Services. Let's do all. Oh wait, that's not going to help me because it doesn't matter, right? It's 10.96, yeah. Default, oh, 96.0.1. Okay. Bunch of logging info. All right. And what's that here? CNI1, blah, blah, blah. Interesting. This seems to get rid of a few of those settings that I have. Okay, fine. Oh, geez, this is a big file. I should have looked at that, huh? Can I just... Oh, man. Just did that click drag thing. Needs the new mouse. Don't want any of these. I don't care too much about the KRDs or CRDs. Most of these should already be in place, I would hope. It's using 3.28. Okay. So you know what I want to do. If you've been watching at all, you know that I want to just run it and see. And that's always the best way, right? Well, you know what? Before I just run it and see, what's this say? Force complex upgrade. Let me take a look. Because I have Calico system. Where is my Kubi system? I'm hoping I didn't do advanced. Okay, so that's 3.28. Is there... Look, I'm all for installing to stable, but... What? Oh yeah, that's right. It's not going to give me a file. So I just need to go to GitHub, Project Calico. No, we don't want issues. We just want Calico. And it brought the issues back. No mental shoes. I really should go through and spend the time to use Calico for everything and not just as a knockoff IP aggregator. But where's the actual... Where's the install docs, dang it? You know what I can do instead? I need to verify which version am I looking at. Okay, 3.28 it says is latest, even though their Docker hub has 3.29, but ooh, good thing I kept reading. 3.23. I'm on 3.21, aren't I? Didn't I say that? Calico system. Oh, 3.26. Okay, no, I'm good. All right. We're just gonna do the whole thing. Boom. It is still odd to me that it says it's in Kubi system, but maybe it will be after this, right? We've got a backup. Kind of. Sorta. We have no changes here. I'm not scared. Are you scared? That's a problem. So, this is going to put me in a place where I have two Calicos running for some reason. Apply server-side force complex upgrade. Okay. Remove any existing Calico control instances. You must manually apply the changes. Okay. Interesting. But I don't think this is what I want. But for the sake of argument, oh, what have we here? These guys are pending, probably because these guys are running. And these guys are probably taking the set global namespace filter. No. What's this? Uh-oh. I'm sure this is fine, right? Yeah, these are just failing over and over again because it is already in place. So what I need to do I need to validate, and well, let's see if I can just undo what I just did. Right? Calico Cubic controller is not found. Interesting. That would also cause a problem. Alright, so if I go back here, no, not here, here, I need to change all of these to be whatever it is for this. How many are there? Yeah, well, there's only 11. Let's check to see if we can go to all. Okay, everything came back. It's taking a long time to terminate, but whatever. We'll come back to burning that bridge later. let's take, it was quite a while ago that I installed and configured this on here. I honestly don't have any sort of internal dialogue about what was I going for? What did I have set up? And that's something that this is well before I was even considering the idea of design docs or, you know, hardware management, any of that fun stuff. So it comes down to, what was my goal with Calico? Calico must be able to manage Kali interfaces on the host. Also needs to be able to manage tunnel interfaces. Information that could have been useful. Let's grab this because this is going to have to get added anyway. This could be some of what I was running into. I think right now I've done a lot of this already, but this could have been issues that I was running into. Boom, we want here. Calico must be installed as a CNI plugin in the container runtime. Let's see, what do I have set as my Kirby proxy mode? Helps if I look at the right place. I don't like that this has started moving these around. I need to figure out where that setting is. Proxy. Oh, but I need deployments. No? Stateful sets? There we go. Let's see how you're configured. What have I done here? All things I set up a long time ago. Don't care about volumes in general. Maybe we do care about volumes. Are those config maps? Am I going to have to go? Oh, no. It is a config map. Because of course it's a config map. API version, bind address, bind on everything. What am I looking for? I am looking for mode. No. NF tables. That's the other one. There's IP tables and NF tables. Why my mode is blank, however. Oh, default. So it's IP tables. Okay. Go away. All right, let me ponder this for one moment. I will a verb. Ah, okay. My guess is I'm going to be trying to reinstall this. I'm not sure why I created its own well, actually no. I take that back. I'm not sure why I created its own namespace. I'm not sure why I created two namespaces, actually. I couldn't find anything as to why this happened. What? All right, so now one thing I am concerned about the prospect of this is that it's not going to be a quick in and out adventure, right? So I guess the question is, what in here. I have the Calico API server running in the Calico API server namespace. Let's try just API. No, that's not going to work. All right, so there's nothing here for the API server. Cool. Let's actually, what do I have that is using the Calico API server? My next question. Let's narrow that down. Let's do a new tab. Copy you. Okay, this could be what I have going on. This sounds right. This looks familiar. I may have honestly just been going down this road to try and do it, to try and do this. And who knows, it may have been something I started doing and never finished. Because this was before I was streaming it and documenting it and keeping track of it. Okay, so I don't need to worry about, well, for now, I don't need to worry about it until something breaks, right? So if I go in here to this upgrade and I just, in theory, Calico templates. Let me see what I have in here for things like that. Pod disruption budgets. Calico system. Max unavailable is 1. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And if I look back at here, it's exactly the same. So what it comes down to is I've just got to figure out what I have customized versus what's here. Because if I've customized something, that's where I need to get it into here so that I can put it into Kubi's system so that in the future I can just use this script for upgrading, right? And maybe be smart enough to document what I did. All right, so I'm gonna probably have to create a service, a sub-project service for Calico, and then keep track of what and why I've done it. Okay, easy enough, right? No big deal. I don't like having all of these. Like, actually, this one's got to go. This project's basically done because I'm using Gitia. But I should probably have a service that is Gitia. Well, I think I have a server. Now I'm curious. Let's see. No, we want to go to projects. Yeah, I have a software GTX. Because it's just a generic software that I consider part of my Homelab, not specifically a part of Kubernetes. Okay. So this one, let's look at issues. What do I have that's opened? Can I just mass close? Boom. I don't want to delete them. Okay, so those all got updated to closed. Cool. And now for this. Great. There isn't really an option to close a project. Let's see. I think I've only ever deleted projects in Redmine. Okay, so it's just, I have to go over to administration. Projects. We have archive. Come on back. Go away. Short description, project name. Okay, closing a project. If is read only. What? It just says closing a project. This stupid thing's in the way. This sets a project, but it doesn't have closing a project. Is it because I don't have the ability to close it? Yeah, because it's just going to take me to here. Am I just going to have to delete it? I don't want to do that, but that's what's happening. I have to type the ID, not the title. Like this is, well, this was done. It's been undone, but it was done. Don't have object storage. Ingress is there. All right, new project. This is going to be a project of Kubernetes. may need that. I don't, well, keep the wiki, we'll keep the files. I don't know why there's files and documents. That always weirded me out. We don't need documents. We definitely don't need news. We don't need forums. Probably not a calendar. The repositories not needed. Yeah, we'll just do that. Right? Okay. And we need to create. Yep, we're going to do a new issue. And this is, we're probably going to end up having to change the trackers and stuff around, but this is, what are we doing here? Oh, migrating. Not server, system. Assigned to me, we'll call it that. Okay, create. All right, now let's look at the service accounts real quick. My guess is here in Calico system land, yeah, we've got a number of them. Which is Calico Node, Calico CNI, Kubi controllers. Okay, but there's nothing particularly special about them. They just have to be named that. Fine. And those are all namespaced, so that's a good amount of them right there. The config map is one that I actually kind of care about. Because there was definitely something else in there. Okay, it's pod network. CNI version is fine. Plugins. That's weird to me though. The allow IP forwarding false. Does this even mention it? Does not. So it might not even need to be mentioned anymore. Data store type is Kubernetes. Does this, okay, that's fine. IPAM. Assign IPv4 true. 6, no, but type is Calico IPAM. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. We need to get config maps, Calico system, and we want CNI. Give it to YAML. And we're gonna call you and we're not going to call it SNI. There we go. Okay, so now we've got a copy of that. And we're going to have a new one coming in. will just be, if we need to make those changes, we've got them. Okay. The rest of this we don't really care about. The active controller, it's a one-liner, doesn't matter. Okay. Secrets might be needed, but I'm not deleting those just yet. The pod disruption, we don't care. We don't really care about those either. We do have a couple of services. There's way too many of that. Service. They all just say service account. Okay. And it doesn't care. All right. Sure. So I guess I don't need this. I will probably save those as well. But again, I just have to not delete them. Oops, this one. Let me see here. So this is going back to the controller. All right. Burn that bridge when we come to it. There's no ingresses. No network policies yet. I don't think there's any PVCs. I mean, this may end up fixing some of this stuff. Service accounts are still a thing. Cluster roles aren't namespace, so it doesn't matter. The bindings kind of matter. Okay. Let's run it and see what we brung. So what this is going to do, or what we're going to do, is first, we're going to delete the deployments. No, we're going to get -n is Calico system. All right, this is going to give us our replica sets, daemon sets, nodes. All right. Operator mode is migrated. Fun. In case you couldn't tell, I'm a little nervous about this. Everything in my brain says it should be fine, but everything here says I set this up more than a year ago, or about a year ago, and okay. -o YAML pipe wait, this is going to get me the... Those are the replica sets. This is getting me the replica sets, the deployment, the demon sets. These are the two I'm really worried about. This is still getting me the service, which I don't want. And the pods. So if I instead do... deployments... and then I just do the same thing with demon sets. Uh-oh, what's this? Cluster roll binding is missing last, which is required. Oh, whoops. I should have done create, not apply. That should be fine. Now, if I go over here, I should start getting these guys running as the other ones slowly die. In theory. And this one will stay pending because this guy doesn't exist. At the end of the day, everything should be happier. Now let's look at this config map. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Now, as of this moment, we have the firewall in place on all of our devices. So let's take a look at our firewall nodes. Well, these are all new. 10.1. Oh. Oh, okay, that must have been when I was applying something. I'm like, why would you have a problem getting out to the DHCP server? 10.2.109 source destination protocol source port destination 1514. Oh, that's not even 1514 is either Weza or Zabbix, one or the other. It's a logging thing. These all going to see the same sort of stuff. Oh, this is going on right now. Ip, ip. That's interesting. Why would that suddenly get blocked? I have that okayed. What about you? That's odd to me, but okay. Next. Oh, wait. Dev. Okay. Dev primary. It's got ipip starting. Ipip starting. So these all could just be related to that driver starting. Right? That's my hope. Okay. So now, quick glance at pods again. No restarts. Everything's happy. Man, some of these are ridiculous. But that's not what I'm here to look at. Let's look at what started this entire thing. Which is port forwarding. But port forwarding on a pod that we have since got rid of. But hey, we upgraded. That's what we're trying to do. Let's see what we got here. Failed to calculate number of expected pods. Found no controllers. This is... Okay, where is that? Readiness probe failed, but it is running now. Okay, I feel like these are going to go away. It was last seen 5 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah, these are going to age out and go away. Cool. So what I'm hoping just happened is that I put everything back into QB's system. And QB's system is allowing the service accounts to do what they're supposed to do and keep the networking running. And it also appears that I kept the 10.4, which is what I was after. Cool. Well, now... Well, you know what we can do? I know what I need to do. I need to go through these namespaces. I have so many of these that just have no reason to exist, like Argo CD. I don't think I have anything in there right now. Do I intend to at some point? Sure, why not? But yeah, there's nothing in here. Is there anything in the CRDs for... Nothing for Argo. Cool. So that namespace can go away. Where'd you go? There you are. Goodbye. And like, why are these hanging at terminating? Why are you hanging at terminating? Does that mean there's still something out there? AWX. AWX I was playing around with. Is there anything in there? I don't think there is. I don't doubt that there's some stuff left behind by it. Right there. Thankfully it's empty. Let's go here. AWX. Those are all the things I was just looking at, right? Yep. So if I boom and I boom. Yes. They go away there. Cool. Did that already get rid of AWX? It appears as though it did, right? Cool. Get rid of you. It is weird that it's sitting and terminating. That's ooging me out, I'm not gonna lie. Let's try something. If I disconnect and I reconnect, why did you flash an error at me? I don't like that. Anyway, back at the ranch. Nope, they're still terminating. Okay. Where would you find a log for a namespace? Because I think that means there's still something there. So you can I don't want to force it. I want to figure out what's left in there. So let's look at that. Boom, 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 here. Let's try Argo CD. So no resources. All right, so I'm looking at Stack Overflow again. There's another way to terminate the namespace using API not exposed using the modern version, but replace raw is available. This way you not have to spawn a proxy. Okay. We'll show you what resources remain. That's what I want. Verbs list, namespaced. Let's just try the first half of this. Output Argo CD is not available. Oh, okay, so it's got me piping that through. Read it wrong. Get show kind, ignore not found. So it's going to go through each one of those lists. All right, so it's showing me there is nothing there. This shows no resources. I don't think it's always the solution. Correct. Oh, there could be. Something in the metrics. Does this have metrics listed? Metrics, metrics, metrics. Let's do that again, but we'll just grep metrics because that's the better way of doing that. Pods metrics. So what if I do the same thing and I just get rid of namespace? Okay, that kicked out way more than I wanted it to. I don't think that's going to remain useful at all. But here's what I do want to do. Back to here. Let's see if linker D, I'm just going to go through them and delete them. If it says nothing's there, then nothing's there, right? What else are you going to do? I mean, I wouldn't doubt that linker D and linker D viz are somehow linked. And let's check AWX. Yeah, but I would bet that it's like this says that there's something left for in the metrics area. All right, but what's next? AWX operator. We want to get rid of everything in there. Where'd you go? All right, fine. Get all dash n AWX operator. Okay, let's do the same thing. Ooh, service accounts. Okay. Did I maybe delete the service account and that's the problem? We'll see. Let's check on Calico system. I think we got everything in there. Or not even a little bit. Okay, so that's still dying. Calico system. You're still stuck on terminating. Why can't you terminate? I would bet it's actually terminated, but it doesn't know how just to say that it terminated. But these ones that are green are kind of funny. Hypho Phipsman. No. Hell. There's no deployments. There's no demon sets. These are on their way out. I mean, I may need to drain the nodes that they're in, which is fine. We'll leave it alone for now. Cloud native Postgres. That seems like something I was screwing with. And is still running. Make sure you're not a Helm chart. We want CNPG. Alright, so we've got the service, we've got the manager, deployment replica set. Okay. All right. And we'll check you again. CNPG system. Probably still stopping, huh? Yeah. Sometimes it just feels good to clean stuff up. Do the delete dance. Does it still have... Failed to update endpoint. Alright, what are you still getting? Still got config maps. Let's run another delete. Okay. It says no resources found, but it's giving me resources. That's okay. Same deal. In this case, though, I am just going to trash can it. And it'll set it terminating again. The database has to go. Deployments. Oh, this one's a Helm chart though, so this might actually be one of the few bonuses of Helm charts. I'll probably still have to manually get rid of the, well, not probably, I will have to manually get rid of the namespace still, but yeah, that's fine. Needs that water. Namespaces, DB, delete. I'm wondering why everything's hanging at terminating. Not liking the idea of having to go through and manually do that. Kubi node lease. The heck is that? I mean, if it starts with Kubi, it's got to be legit, right? Is there nothing in here? Let's... System default. What is node lease? The official is heartbeats. All right, so that's to be continued. It is official. There's nothing in it, but it's official. Actually, you know what? Before I say that, let's see. It's been around longer than most of the stuff. Next. Public system, lens metric stays, lib, monitoring, practice, prod, Prometheus, Redmine, small step. And I'm pretty sure this was just a toolkit. Let's see. This repository contains an operator which manages the life cycle of a Calico installation. Okay, so yeah, this seems like something I installed being funny. Oh, hey, Cyber Rat, how's it going? Yeah, this is a Kirby admin thing. Calc operator. What you up to? See, this points to Calico system, which I just got away from. So I think I can burn that down. It has no services, no endpoints. It does none of the things. What do we got for logs? Failed to associate. Yeah, you can go. Well, we'll find out. Gone and gone. Let's see what we have in there. What's remaining? What did we leave behind? An allegedly stopping container. I wasn't sure what I was going to do today, so I decided just to do housekeeping on the cluster, which is going about as well as you'd think. No, I've just installed a whole lot of stuff in this Kubernetes cluster and never, I'll delete it, but it's like installing stuff on Windows at this point. You end up with a pile of DLLs left behind and configuration folders that aren't needed, and it's just stuff. Every time I hit my namespace list, I see a whole bunch of stuff I haven't messed with in, well, at this point, some of them a year. And at some point, it's all going to have to go if I'm going to finish up with the securing everything anyway, right? But now I'm going to have to manually get rid of all of these that say terminating, which is also less than ideal. Easy enough to do, just it's here. Is this the one? No, this is the... Yeah, I don't want to do that. I think I can just edit it. So if I go here and I edit this, I should be able to just create a finalizers. Under spec. Oh, there we go. And just do that. Oh, that's weird. It's a kind namespace. Name is here, but the namespace... That's interesting. How that's coming across. Name, UID, label, managed fields. Okay, but if I edit it, it does nothing. Okay. Oh, it adds a label. Cool. I use K8s. I was using K3s for quite a while, but I felt like I kept running into things that I wanted to do that I had to kind of work around the K3s system, or the K3s method to actually get it to work. So I just said, you know what? Why don't I just install it native and see how it goes, right? And it's honestly not that much more difficult than K3s. K3s just does some of the stuff like pre-installing Calico for you, you know? At least I think it was K3s. It wasn't Minikube. I'm pretty sure it was K3s. Go for it. I would have to say that... Let me see. Let me bring up K3s real quick. Now, granted, at this point, I haven't used K3s in about 2 years, so it could be way better than I remember. Actually, that could be a decent just revisit. Install and screw with K3s on a VM and compare it, you know? And it's funny because it was specifically designed, and that's part of the reason that I started with it. It was designed for ARM. But K8 runs fine on ARM with the Raspberry Pi 4 and up. So unless I want to stuff it on a really old Raspberry Pi somewhere as well, I don't really get as much out of it. So this is kind of where they started. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, that's where most people are at. I mean, for the longest time, Raspberry Pis were impossible to find, right? And this one is one of those things that's kind of interesting. SD cards can't handle the I/O load, but I don't have my K8s, which is running the controller on a Raspberry Pi, not on an SSD, and it's. I mean, I'm sure at some point I'm going to regret that decision, but where it is at the moment, I mean, 570 days. It's all just running off the SD card. Although that's going to change as part of my securing too, so. I like the Think Center Tidies. Those, I see those come up a lot on Woot and a few other sites that I keep an eye on. In some cases, I think that they end up being a better bang for their buck than what I started on, which is the Mac Minis, you know? I mean, for a Homelab, it's more than even a start, you know? It's really easy, especially when you get into clustering, to start to stop thinking about, hey, I need one big giant server. For the last, I mean, for the last couple of years I've been doing this, I've been slowly but surely spinning down my giant servers because, well, electricity is the biggest one, but it's also just, I don't need all of that. I can send it to my cluster and it can decide. As of yet, I haven't found the bottom of 3 Mac Minis, which all in cost me, I think, $600. The last server that I shut off was an $800 server, you know? Like, it just doesn't, it doesn't make sense. And it cost me about $50 a month to keep it running. Yeah, Mac Minis are still great. You just have to make sure that you get the quad core ones as a minimum, right? I mean, one of mine is a dual core, and it's noticeable. Disable API. Disable scheduler, manager, API. The only thing I have disabled. Oh yeah, I just set a role for control plane and gave it all the options. But yeah, that's I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to have to add that to my list of potentials is just trying K3s again. Try and recreate my environment in a little virtual sandbox and just see if I run into any of the same problems I ran into before, which I didn't document and don't remember because I didn't have to, right? All right, so let's get rid of this is using JQ. I don't want to do that. I guess I can just do it this way. I need to practice more with sed, but I don't. All right, so let's look here. It's not going to be stuck. We're going to do Argo CD. Boom. Okay. And it's gone. Do the same thing with AWX. So you working on anything cool in your lab right now? Or what's your latest project? Oops. I want this AWX. And gone. Cool. Operator. Don't like getting rid of it this way, but at least validated there's nothing hanging really. It just thinks there is for some reason. This one I definitely want to revisit, the CNPG Cloud Native Postgres. It's apparently a version of Postgres that works better in Kubernetes, but I could not get it running in mine. And for now, I've still got everything sitting on a separate set of servers, so separate set of servers, so say that 10 times fast. That was a big response. Books disabled, blah, blah, blah. Now we're looking at linkerd viz. What's kind of funny is I'm going to be reinstalling that probably tomorrow. And Tagara, finally. Ooh, all right, cleaned up. Now, what do we have here? Why are all of my daemon sets pending? That I don't like. Go away. Do we have any notes? That shouldn't be pending. That looks like it's running to me. All right, let's see if we're getting bounces on the firewall again. 34. No. Nope. Seems fine. Oh, well, actually, you can just go. Oh, okay. I think I know why. I think everything's listed as pending because this guy isn't here. So, and you're supposed to be cordoned off anyway. Oh, but it won't because it's not there. Okay. I just have to kind of deal with that. I guess I could just delete it for now. Because it technically does not exist. I don't like that it's saying that I have that many pending devices. You're not real anyway. So I need to go to all, I need to go to pods, I need to find all of these ones that technically don't exist. Okay. Like you. Oops, you're on, yep. So, goodbye. There we go. Hey, everything's green. There's a few of them there, yes. But, I mean, this is the all namespaces, so it includes, especially when you're looking at daemon sets, you know, one per node. And a lot of them, you know, this is just so that every node can get to my server message block storage server, basically. The proxy needs one per node. Like, a lot of it is just overhead. This one's kind of funny. It's got the NVIDIA device plugin daemon set, but it running on here, here, and here is pointless because they don't have NVIDIA. The one device that this should be running on is currently offline. And this guy has the scheduler and everything. Like, I'm more than halfway down before I'm even getting to anything. Like, here's the first thing that I've actually installed. It's not a system process, right? Well, that's not true. I installed Calico. I installed the NVIDIA device, but like this one. Yeah, these four, and then we're back into system stuff, and then 2, 3, 4, and more system stuff. But it's been a while since I've seen all green. That makes me irrationally happy. Well, now we're cleaned up. I guess it's time to make a mess again. But what mess do I want to make today? I don't remember writing this. Alright, so let me do this. I gotta write that up. Back to here. I need to move those to archive. I have my folder structure set up so that anything I put into archive doesn't end up getting copied up to the Git server. That way, hopefully, the only stuff that's there, I can still go back to the archive on whatever machine I happen to be working on, but I don't keep multiple copies of files that I'm just not using anymore. Although, I don't think I copied these up yet, so I might need to move all of that stuff back. All right, and now I can move those over. And there we go. Sweet. And pull request. And I can go back to there. New pull request. Yep. And what was I just saying about never having the documents explaining what I just did? Not that I would go digging through this anyway, but graded. Cool. This is one situation where I kind of go, maybe I should take some limits off of Gatia. I have it set just as the default limits, and they may not be quite what I want, because this stuff takes forever. Cool. I think I also need to merge. Oh, there's nothing to merge there. Okay. So now I can just say that, and we are golden. Maybe I revisit authentic. I don't know. No, I don't think I have enough time for that. What does do this? Oh, right. This isn't doing me any good. I guess I figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow. Always better to plan that out, right? Maybe I visit, well, realistically, I need to get back on this guy. The big old mess that is my Ansible playbook. Because I was able to get Waza installed. Did I put you under common like I was supposed to? No. Oh, I put you in Bootstrap, right? No. Uh-oh. Oh, I know what it is. I'm on the firewall fix. Okay. So I need to go back to main. Then we can merge those back in too. Since we're here. Wait, what? Have I not pushed that yet? Oh, okay, no, it's right there. I need a new one. From there, we're going to install you. Yep. This has to be the most exciting stream ever. It's all administrative work. And it's practically self-created busy work. Come on, merge. And delete it. Cool. But now, when I merge the firewall in, make sure I got everything there. Line for, what did I do? There we go. Allow outbound. Is that the one? Yeah. And roles, cluster, tasks, firewall. Probably want to do oh, okay. It's all right. It's okay. New pull request. But I don't want to do firewall fix. I want to do feature firewall first. Well, there we go. Just to make sure everything is good. All right, jolly jolly. So I can do this. Oh no, wait, I don't want to do that because now I remember why I did that. I want to keep that separate so that I can edit it later and just keep the same history. Because as I add things, there's going to have to be changes to it, and they're not going to be bugs. They're just going to be additions. Update. Come on. Okay. Oh. This can go away for now, but that is probably a revisit. There we go. For a while I had my snail validating all of the merge requests, but oops, did I forget to delete it? Yeah. Sweet. You can tell right about when I started streaming, huh? This is like, oh, I don't need to really keep track of it. I should, but is it a good idea? Or is it the best idea? Alright, I think that may actually be it for today. I may be playing some 7 Days to Die just if I end up bored later, but I think I've got to do some editing and hopefully throw together some rando videos, which is fun. Maybe I'll do a stream on that one day. I don't know. I have to use a different computer though. But yeah, I think this is as good a place as any to call it. So Cyberrat, thanks for stopping by. And for anybody who was just lurking, thanks for spending time. I am almost out of here.